how people always talking crap to people like combs and brushes are bad. You're not supposed to comb your hair. Combs and brushes break off your hair. Well, stuff like this is why your hair breaks off.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh. I cry. I cry. Oh, 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 oh. Your mother. It doesn't like when you go back to the old lifestyle.
I'm so tired of natural hair. Because why do I... Guys, gotta relax and let's come charge.
You guys, somebody tells you the truth about having... I've been a dreadhead for close to a year now, and hey, he wants to finish me, God. Like, see, unless I don't hold my hair, when I hold my hair in a ponytail, head.
So, you saw that stupid stuff. There's a difference between doing your hair at home and doing your hair with a professional, because a dusty cosmetologist look like this. Dusty cosmetologist or hairstylist look like this.
No. There's no next 2 times. You lucky I ain't pull out my clippers.
But the good ones all feel the same way that I do. They just don't say it as much. Most of the time they'll be in my comments like, you know what, then I'm gonna start playing your videos in the room with the majority of my clients, so I don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again because of the way that you explain it. I'm not making the stuff up. The truth of the matter is, the hair industry and the way that Black women did their hair was never broken. Black women got on social media and tried to fix something that was never broken and just ended up actually breaking it. What you're looking at right now is the way that our grandmothers, aunties, mothers used to do their hair on a regular basis. This is called a roller wrap, and most of the time women got roller wraps when their hair was texturized or relaxed. In a second you'll see a roller set on completely non-chemically treated hair, because your hair is natural if it's growing out of your scalp. But this is what a roller wrap looks like, and this is something that Black women have been doing for decades upon decades upon decades. But for whatever reason, people wanted to recreate
baby, when I told you this was so satisfying to do, and she said, can I get a body wrap? Because baby, what y'all know about a body wrap? It was a time when everybody wore body wraps when they cared about how healthy their hair was. Get into it. Body wrap slaying.
And baby, this is how our grandmothers did their hair. They weren't trying to force combs and brushes through their hair. And this is how you create locks. First, you do a bunch of mini twists or mini braids, and you allow the hair to get frizzy, and the hair that frizzes, you allow it to wrap around the twist or the braid. But you guys think it's a protective style now, and this is how Black women think you're supposed to detangle the hair. Because when we're trying to detangle hair, we don't use combs like that. In the hair salon, every comb has a place and every comb has a usage. This is our detailing comb and our molding comb. This is not the detangling comb. We don't detangle with this comb. The only time we're using this comb is when the hair is completely detangled already. It's completely detangled, it's completely dry, we're ready to go. Even if I'm braiding, the only time that I'm using this comb, baby girl, only time I'm using this comb, baby girl, is if I'm trying to make specific partings. Literally, the only time that I'm using this comb for anything other than detailing is if I have already done a specific technique that I'm not about to teach y'all right now, because I teach it within the Growth Cycle Blueprint, so they already know. But it's a very, very specific way that I drag knots out, but not the way, not like this, not like that. It comes out seamlessly like silk, like butter. It just helps the whole conversation that women are having about Cardi B's hair products, or they're not for Black women, or maybe they're for Black women, or maybe they're not for. And the thing is, People don't understand that hair products don't have nothing to do with the color of your skin. It doesn't. People don't know how to use hair products. Y'all think that a conditioner or hair product helps you detangle, where in reality your patterns should be wrapped around something that doesn't allow your hair to tangle.
They don't tell you as a lock girly, eventually you're gonna get tender-headed. If you don't manipulate your hair long enough and you just let it do what it do, you know, like you supposed to do with locks. When you start manipulating, trying to style stuff, that shit hurt. That shit hurt all of a sudden. I didn't used to be tender-headed, but now all of a sudden I'm tender-headed and I don't know what to do with it.
Yes, I knew it. It's gonna hurt.
I know that's a crazy question, but hear me out. Do y'all think some people, including grown adults, scalp is naturally just more tender than others? Or do y'all think as a community, we grew up getting our hair cared for in ways that wasn't gentle and that wasn't patient? Like, were we tender-headed, or did that shit really just hurt?
I need help with my hair. I need help knowing what the hell to do with my hair. So this is gonna be a very long video. Grab some popcorn. I'm gonna tell you guys the exact progression of my natural hair journey, how I got to where I am right now, and what I am trying to go for. Great. To preface, I am very tender-headed. Very tender-headed. This is going to make a lot of sense when I tell you how my hair goes throughout my life. Okay, I started getting braids at the age of like 6 years old, right? I've always been tender-headed. I hated getting braids, but I always had to get my hair permed, relaxed, whatever you want to call it, to get braids. Cool. So I got braids throughout high school-ish, and then at one point I'm like, I'm fucking tired of this. I'm literally tired of this. Get me another hairstyle that lets me grow my hair and I don't have braids. Why? Because I'm very tender-headed and I cried every single time I did my braids, guys. Every single time without fail, I was a sobbing mess in the salon. Tired of it. One day I saw this woman at a hair salon with locks and I was like, oh, those are really pretty. What is that? And my hairdresser said, those are locks, like twists. I said, let me do that. She said, oh, your hair's like very permed. Like, are you sure you want to do that? Because then as your hair grows, we have to cut off the perm as your natural hair grows. By the way, guys, I have never had natural hair.
I think people don't tell you when you decide to start wearing your natural hair out more. So yeah, when you start wearing your natural hairstyles a little bit more, your scalp is gonna be like, we're not doing entire hairstyles anymore. Like, I've tasted the good life, I'm not going back. Yeah.
Until right now. Because I've been perming and relaxing my hair to get braids. And then every single time I took out the braids, my hair be knotted up. So then I had to keep on like combing it out. It was just a mess. It was a mess. So, and then like sophomore, junior year of high school, junior year, I got twists. Great. This is what came of my natural hair journey. My natural hair started growing because of like the twist that came into locks. Cut off the perm part, cut off the relaxing part. Great. In college, I was dyeing, my hair was growing with the locks. It was really pretty. I was dyeing my hair all the time. Like almost every other semester, I would dye my hair. Green, pink, orange, purple, blue. I was 19 to 21. I wanted to dye my hair because I never had the chance to dye my hair, so I dyed my hair. Then I got braids, 2 braiding styles, black and blonde. Very cute. Very much loved them. I put them in my hair for like 5 months at a time. Because why? I had locks and nobody could really tell that they were getting old. So then after I graduated college, I really wanted to cut my hair because I've never really experienced having my natural hair. So about 5 months ago, I went to get my hair, like my locks undone, like just combed out so I can get sister locks, right? However, when I was at the hair salon, it hurt so much when they were taking down my locks when they were combing out that I said, F it, just cut it. Just cut it. Don't touch my hair. Just freaking cut the locks off. Cut my hair. Done. Because my hair was also very uneven. It was like very short in the back and very high here. So just cut it. So we just cut my hair. That's how I ended up with like a big chop on a random like Tuesday.
Attention all black girls and black women, I think we need to have a serious conversation about how it's instilled in us from a young age that our beauty and our hair should be painful and frustrating. I remember when I was younger and I would relax my hair and was constantly told that the longer I could stay in that burning sensation phase, the better it would be for my hair because my hair would come out straighter and then the relaxing, the perm would be more successful. There were so many times when I would cry when I was getting my braids done because they were braiding them too tight, or they were kind of rough when combing my hair. Even the language that people use about Afro hair being difficult and tough to work with is not just from like media or people who aren't black. Like my own mum would use those words. She still uses those words about her own hair today. And even though our perception of our own natural hair is improving these days, there is still a major frustration with how expensive it costs and the quality of service. I think nowadays it's no longer like a physical pain point, but more an emotional one.
So since then, I have been washing my hair once every week, and that's like I haven't done anything to my hair. So this is like my natural hair for the first time in my life. For the first 23 years of my life, I'm seeing my actual natural hair, right? Cool. And now I want this hair. I want this hair. This is my dream hair.
Like, don't get me wrong. Don't come for me. I love my natural hair. Like, my favorite thing, really, physically, about me is my hair. But I just can't imagine myself at like 60 plus, like dealing with this. I don't know, just something to make it, not even straighten it, just something to make it easier, because natural hair is an extreme sport sometimes.
When people, like, you know when people ask, oh, how long is your hair? And a lot of people say like, oh, it's this long. Like, no, it's this long. I do not have anti-blackness. Okay, I don't have any of that. I like my 4C hair. I just want it big. That's fine. So, with that, you might be asking, okay, what are protective styles that you've thought of? Well, what I've seen is that people do braids to protect their hair, you know, because protective styles. I'm like, no, I don't want braids, they hurt. Next. And people do wigs, glueless wigs, adhesive wigs, and I'm like, no. Like, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna hurt like a mother.
Hey, real fast. When people say they're tender-headed, I don't believe them. I never believe them, because you aren't tender-headed. There's a few things that I believe actually is what you're labeling as tender-headed, and this is coming from somebody that has been in business for this year 7 years, and I've had a good bit of people in my chair, and only a handful, and when I say handful, I can count probably 5 that are accurately tender-headed. So here, number one, the people that you are claiming are your braiders, they do not know how to use their fingers in a proper way as to not grip your hair too tightly. They still function off the ideology of beauty is pain. Therefore, they're going to grip every thought, hope, dream, aspiration that you have and make your braids tight, because they also think that tightness is better when it comes to braids. Okay. Number two, you are really not tender-headed. Your hair is probably dry. Your hair is lacking hydration and moisture. Therefore, your strands are weak, meaning they don't have the elasticity that they need to bounce back when it's being pulled. It also means that your scalp is also dry and is not as flexible as what it needs to be. You're not really tender-headed. You just go to heavy-handed ass braiders that don't know how to make their fingers work in the proper way as to not braid tightly.
I hold my hair up like this. I've been holding it up like this because if I put it down, I am going to start crying. Do you understand what I'm saying? In an attempt to be a hot girl, I braided full locks on myself yesterday. Some of these braids yesterday were standing vertically upright. I had to wrap a bonnet and feel my scalp burning so that they would go down to what you are seeing now. Do you understand? I am tired of following all the things that the people on the internet are doing. In fact, I want to boycott influencers. I want to boycott you. My hair hurts. Why do I keep moving? My hair is in pain. There isn't a painkiller on this earth strong enough to combat what it is I am feeling in my head right now.
And my scalp can't breathe. Do you see how tight this is? The only thing that is keeping it not hurting is keeping it in this bonnet. What can I do? I tried a warm compress. It's not hurting. I already paid my money. I do not want to take these down. But your girl's in pain. I had to pop 2 ibuprofen after church today just to like keep going. I'm laying in bed. Like, this is ridiculous.
It literally hurt. Wigs cause headaches. Like, what? The way society, the way black women, like, it's so normal in the black community for different hairstyles, right? Like, what am I gonna do with my hair? What am I gonna do with it? Sewing, wig, da-da-da-da. Well, because we have to fight for, you know, rights and stop racism and, you know, the whole thing, right? It's a result of different rules against our hair. So we did different things. Cool. Me, I don't want that. I went to like a hair salon today and I tried on a wig. Hurt. It was cheap, first of all, but it hurt. It was tight, and I got headaches easily. Why? Because I'm tender-headed. Every single thing I do with my hair, it hurts. I'm the only one who can do my hair because I don't feel the pain because I know how to take care of my hair. Yes. So now I ask, if you have the same problem as in you're tender-headed, the thing is, if it didn't feel like I had a pounding hammer on my head, great. And I would be down to try braids again if it didn't feel like somebody was burning my scalp.
Ever since, that's when I realized, bruh, I'm actually tender-headed. Now, before I used to have loose hair, right? I used to just be, you know, doing all these styles, and my hair never felt so much pressure. But now, oh my goodness, because baby, I cannot. I'm so tender-headed, and it's definitely because my scalp and your scalp, if you have locks, is adjusting to this new way of holding your hair. So, you know, but Lord have mercy. So some things that I do to help with tenderness, especially because I like to style my hair often, and sometimes them styles, if I do it too tight, that's when I run into issues. So I try to make sure that the styles are loose. I'm not over retwisting my hair too often, and if I notice that my scalp is tender, I may use some peppermint or tea tree oil and give myself like a nice scalp massage. Oh,
release them. I wish it ever never. Painful scalp, also known as tender scalp, happens to a lot of people, and the causes of this are many. Some of the causes are allergic reactions, infection of the hair follicles, tight hairstyles or heavy hairstyles, tight hair bands, improper use of hair care products, hair lice, and so on. If you are sure that your scalp is in good condition and you do not have any underlying health condition, here are a few things to do to avoid or reduce the pain you experience. 1. Get good hair care products. Get products that help you manage and detangle your hair easily. For example, leave-in conditioners with good sleep. 2. Avoid tight hairstyles. Tight hairstyles will only pull on your scalp, thereby causing more pain. Your hair does not have to be tight before it can be neat or beautiful. In fact, if you make tight hairstyles, your hair will never get long because it will constantly keep breaking. It will be absolutely difficult or impossible to retain length. 3. Use your hair care products judiciously. Make sure you deep condition your hair every 2 weeks to keep your hair moisturized and manageable. 4. Give your hair rest in between every protective hairstyle. If you are the type that after taking down every protective hairstyle, immediately you make another protective hairstyle, please stop doing that. Your hair needs time to rest from the previous hairstyle. 5. Inculcate good detangling habits.
Yay! Yeah!
If they like, let them sell a bag of rice for 10,000 naira. The children of God must survive.
This dad doesn't seem too happy.
Street forever.
Honestly, this video makes me very sad because the fact that she is basically like relaxing her daughter's hair, trying to make it straight, and then she goes, oh, it's gonna be straight forever. For me, this is a form of self-hatred. I don't care what anybody says. I really think that, you know, when I was a kid, I remember how, like, if you didn't have straight hair and you had curly hair, your hair, like, curly, natural hair, your hair was messy. Like, I remember when I was a kid and they used to relax my hair a lot, and it's crazy how now, like, they say that relaxing hair can be linked to cancer, but people are still relaxing their daughter's hair.
Where do I start? So flaxseed gel can be used for moisturizing, detangling, It can be used for strengthening, scalp health, curl definition, and shine. I like to use it, the way I like to use it, I like to use it for detangling. So typically, I would say if you have like curlier to coily hair, you could also use it if you have straight hair, but I'm just talking about my hair. We just use it to help detangle our hair because it helps soften any type of oil or dirt that might be in the hair so that we're able to detangle it a little bit easier. Flaxseed is made out of omega-3, so it helps with hydration and moisturizing the hair. It has a lot of benefits, a lot of benefits. But especially if you're somebody who has like low porosity hair, the slip is amazing. It helps you detangle your hair really easily. Flaxseed gel is that girl.
When I show y'all what this does, you're gonna be shocked. This is the texture of it. It's a pre-poo and detangler. I'm leaving it in the on.
Pay attention. The number one complaint is pain from tension. I tell you all the time, hair and follicle weathering takes anywhere between 6 months to 25 years to show up. I think we can say Team Natural is showing up for you with your braids. You should stop. So if there was one word that I could use to describe what's been going on with the Black women in their hair for the last couple of decades, it would be the word chaos, because there's been no order whatsoever. That's why every other week there's a new hack. Every other month there's a brand new product, because no one knows what they're doing. But just look at this. When Black women go back to the ways that our mothers and our grandmothers used to do their hair, combing and brushing their hair on a regular basis, using the same types of foam wraps to wrap their hair, whether their hair is chemically treated or virgin, it doesn't matter, right? Black women have went from demanding that other people don't police us and don't manage the way that we wear our hair to completely managing the way that we wear our hair amongst each other as a group. If you are a Black woman who wears your hair straight, then you don't like being a Black woman, or you don't have healthy hair. Whereas this is just something that Black women do to make life easier. For example, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have a very active sweat gland. So having my hair chemically treated does help me a lot, because then I don't have to worry about having the type of damage in my hair that I would get from mechanical damage being in it all the time. But as a Black woman, you have so many different options. And the longer your hair gets, the looser your curls get. Think about a slinky, right? When there's no weight on the slinky, it's tight, but the more weight you put on it, the more it stretches out. Your hair is the same exact way. But again, we've ran away from the things that are easiest for us, and instead, like what you just watched, we're drying our hair for 3 or 4 days, drying our hair for weeks. If you have curly hair, the way that you treat your hair is to pack loads and loads and loads of product on your hair. But if you pay attention to the women who are doing roller sets, or even women who do a flat iron, all they're using is leave-in conditioner and a foam wrap for this roller set. That's all she's used. But for most Team Natural styles, you're using the oil, a butter, a cream, a putty, a foam, all of these different products. There's nothing on this woman's hair except for leave-in conditioner and foam wrap. And that's what we use in the hair salon. And that's what we've been doing for a very long time. Now, are there really dusty cosmetologists that don't know what they're doing? Absolutely. And once again, Team Natural made its way into the hair salon, where the majority of the hairstylists that you've been looking at over the last decade, they were of Team Natural. And see, when you're making up things, there's only a certain level of passion that you have. There's only a certain time frame that you'll spend saying the same thing. But this is a hill that I'm willing to die on, baby, because I'll be saying the same thing forever. I'll be in my 60s, in my 70s, still on YouTube saying the same thing over and over and over again, because the science never changes. It evolves with our bodies. It evolves with new techniques and new tools, right? But the techniques stay the same. I want you to pay attention to the way that this woman hair looks, the steamer, all of that stuff. That's cute, but none of these things are needed. All that's needed is a clean hair, a clean scalp, leave-in conditioner, foam, and rollers. Yeah, look at her texture, because this is what everybody's hung up on. Oh, that doesn't work. If you have really tight coils, that doesn't work. No, it does work, but guess what? There's no just taking your favorite product, just throwing it on your hair. No, you have to take time out. You have to actually do certain things. Now, this woman that you just watched, she's not a professional, so it didn't necessarily come out the way that it's supposed to naturally with the rollers, because there are women who do roller sets for a living on textured hair, and their roller sets come out amazing. But what I want you to do, if you have anybody next to you over the age of 40, especially between the ages of like 40 and like 75, I want you to show them this part specifically of the video and ask them if they used to get roller wraps like this, because this is exactly how my mom got her hair done at the shop when I was in high school and middle school. It was always a thing, a roller wrap. So again, we're not going to sit here and act like Black women have always been at a disadvantage. We've always had the tools. We've always known the right things to do. But we decided that Team Natural, we decided that women who just play with their cameras know better. So everything you just watched with the roller set, look at this reverse wash and go. Look how complicated this is. Look how many products she's adding just to get an end result that's not as good as the rest of the roller sets that you guys have seen. So why do you think Black women have tried to recreate the wheel and this isn't a good job? A roller set, flexi rise set will look way better. Why have you ran to products instead of the techniques your ancestors already cultivated?
And I understand from the video I did the other day, I'm gonna add this clip right here. A girl talking about if you got curly hair, your hair should never need to be detangled. I get it now. I understand. There's so much misinformation and people say it so boldly. But the things that I say out of my mouth, all you have to do, go over to my blog. There's always going to be a link in the description box of every video that I do. And you can always go and search the medical journals that I add. You can always go look at the studies and you can do the science on your own. My videos aren't to prove anything to anybody. I only teach my clients. I only teach my patients. So I'm not here to get you to believe me. I just want you to see the facts that are in front of you, and then you listen to people or you don't listen to people. Because at the end of the day, most of the time when I put videos out, like I've been doing this for so long, the way things go, there'll be people who will make a whole lot of money or get a whole bunch of views off my name disagreeing with things that I say, and then years and years and years will go by as people just hear about them, so they won't see what they were doing or what they were saying 10, 11 years ago. They don't see that they used to grease their scalp too all the time, and they used to have long beautiful hair. Now they're skin bald, or now they've shaved off all of their hair and they only wear wigs. These are things that people don't pay attention to because for whatever reason, professionals have become the enemy. Combs and brushes have become the enemy, where in reality, if professionals can meet on one steady and evil playing field, everything will be okay. But you have so many cosmetologists that are saying so many different things. Everybody wants to be the person who has created this new method and all of the things, where in reality, everybody needs to just keep it simple.
If we learn the science of the human body and we stick to those things, then everything will be good. It's just like the 2-week course that my new set of gurus have. I'm so excited. Remember, I said I can only get 10 people. That junk was full in literally less than a week. If you want to be a part of round 2, because we definitely have to have round 2, the list is full. We'll probably have to have round 2, 3, 4. So if you want to be the next set of 10, make sure you check the link in the description box below so you can join the waiting list. But it's really, really simple. Things are very, very simplistic, but we constantly overcomplicate things, and we think that all of these different people on social media have the keys. Well, really, they don't. They start off telling you one thing, and then the next thing you know, they're like, I just wanted something different. I cut all of my hair off, or it's because of hormones. It's because of, and it's crazy. And some people could be like, oh, well, you cut your hair too. I told you that I was cutting my hair off when I started growing it out. I told y'all that I hate having hair on my head, and I prefer everything about myself when my hair is shorter. So I was only going to be growing my hair out to get it to a certain length, so you can see visually everything that I'm saying, me putting that into action, and then I'm shaving it right back off. So that's what I did today. But most people are shaving their hairs off. Oh, it's because of hormones, or I'm going bald because of this, or because of this, or because of stress, or because of these things, where in reality it's really just weathering. In reality, it's really just the hair shaft breaking down right before your eyes. But I digress. We all have to know the difference. So let me know in the comments at what time, like leave me a timestamp below, at what time did you see, like, that's the thing that was confusing me. Oh, that's what I was looking for. That makes sense, because that's what's happening. Everybody's literally been following the wrong leader. So again, why don't we go a little deeper into the science, right? And you don't have to learn from me. I give as freely as I possibly can here on YouTube, right? I tell you what not to do. My channel is about prevention. Don't do this, look deeper into this. Don't do that, but look deeper into this. Don't do that, but go deeper into the science of that. That's what I do. But baby girl, I got bills to pay. These lights don't come on by themselves, baby girl. Even though my husband be paying bills, but my husband paid bills. But still, so what? For my stuff, for everything that I do for my business, don't worry about it. It don't pay for itself, baby girl. The website don't pay for itself, baby girl. So if you need, like this woman said, cause girl, you left this comment about 3 or 4 times on the same video. Love you to death, but if you want me to hold your hand, give you step by step direction, I'll do that, baby. But it's not gonna be for free. It ain't no playlist like that around here, because I used to put those videos up, and then people would be like, she lying, she don't know what she's talking about. And then 5 minutes later, they've made a whole video talking about all of the things that they said that I was making up. So we don't do that no more for free. All of those things are within the apothecary, and there are so many different levels of things that you can get into. You could go into the Verdant Code on my website, learn a little bit more about that. Once you get over there, there's so many different things for you, but it's up to you. We can start off as low as like $9.99, but we can go as high as like $1,200. It just depends on the level of help that you actually need. But I love you. I don't do nothing for free, baby. Okay, I love you.